You're watching the eclipse over Evansville on Eyewitness News.
All right, we are back here in the downtown riverfront. We're enjoying the total solar eclipse, and it's like a party down here. All the music is talking about sun, moon, and all kinds of fun stuff, and folks are dancing to it.
Police officers are dancing near us.
Police officers are dancing. We are very well protected. That's one thing. We've noticed a lot of police presence down here, firefighters right next to us, so you're safe down here so far. Yeah, for
and
sure.
we're 20 minutes away. And you've already noticed, feeling a little more comfortable here. The sun is not quite as bright. We're more than halfway covered now as far as the moon in front of the sun. And totality, again, will both begin in Evansville at 2:02, which is now roughly 20 minutes away. And it's only going to last 3 minutes, so make sure you're in position for the big event, which is coming up in just a moment.
Yeah, and as Shelley mentioned earlier, it is getting darker. You can tell it's getting darker. It almost looks more like twilight outside.
And you were checking the shadows.
Right. So if you have trees around you, what you want to look for is the sun coming through the trees, and you'll actually see little images of the eclipse on the ground, little crescents. And I looked a few moments ago here. I'm not quite seeing them yet, but I think as the sun gets a little bit dimmer, you'll be able to see images of the eclipse in shadow form, especially on a sidewalk underneath a tree. So something to look for.
Yeah, and a lot of folks are under the trees because it's, it's kind of hot sometimes when you're out in the sun, and a lot of folks are sitting out in the sun, but we lucked out on such a gorgeous day.
Right. And you look now, I mean,
you can see the live picture.
Yeah, good crowd out here, but you can see how much is covered now. So you can already tell just by looking out here that something is not quite right. The sun is not quite as bright as it should be, but it's not like the kind of dimness you would see because of the weather or the clouds. The sun is just not as bright as it normally is. And you can kind of get that effect. And that's what's so surreal about this event. It's an experience where, you're going to see the light come down, but you're going to see it in a much different way than we ever experienced.
All right, now we are here along the riverfront experiencing the total solar eclipse. And we are going to go to a live report right now talking about a phenomenon of the total solar eclipse.
Totality, it is not too far away from across the tri-state, and there are many viewing areas from Evansville up to Gibson County over to Warwick County. But if you're in Evansville and downtown, there is one place you can stop on by. As a little bit of history, LST 325 offering a little bit of solar eclipse viewing party. So we have Chris Donahue here with LST 325. Chris, what you guys doing at LST this afternoon?
Well, we've got a paid event. That's what we're setting up for here, where there's food. You get lunch, a tour, and getting him shoot the 40-millimeter guns. But then out in the grass, that's free to anybody. But so that's what we're doing today. It's an event that people have been buying tickets online. We're sold out now. So we'll have about close to 200 people on here today.
What made LST decide to say, we're going to take part of this viewing party here?
Well, it's once in a lifetime. I've never seen a total eclipse. So we thought, well, the way we sold it, watch history from history. And because you're on the only LST left in the world, it was at, Omaha Beach on D-Day, and you just sit here, kick back, and watch the total eclipse.
Wow. So you said things are sold out here. So what's for lunch, and how is that viewing party going to work here on the ship?
Oh, we got Pangea is providing Pangea Pizzeria is going to deliver pizzas. Then Frito-Lay's donated a whole lot of potato chips. Working distributors donated a whole lot of soft drinks. I mean, this is what makes us be able to do it right. And then tea and lemonade stuff. And we got probably 150 Donut Bank cookies, Eclipse cookies. They're really fancy. Then giving the tour, because most of the people we're going to see today are from out of town, out of state. Probably 90% of them. Wow. We had a record day yesterday on here, people coming through. And it was 4 times what we're used to on a Saturday, and what was it, Sunday? But so we can see it coming. And so today we're not open for tours except people who paid to come onto this event, because we literally couldn't handle that. But starting tomorrow, we're open for everybody else.
Wow, so you had record tours going on yesterday. What's that tell you?
Well, it tells me, and I didn't see a whole lot of traffic today out here, but most of these people seem to walk here from the hotels downtown, because usually a tour is like 12 people, and we were doing 30 and 50 people a tour. There was just 2 of us out here right at that time, so Yeah, it was a very good day, and the day before that was very good. So we can see the influx here, regardless if you can see it out on the road yet or not.
And I love how you said it, is history on something that's historic.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's... we're probably the most unique thing in Evansville. You have the Wrights home. The older homes have been around 150 years. But as far as an LST, it's the one thing you wouldn't expect to see on a river in the Midwest. That's the way I pitch it anyway.
Yeah, I tell you what, Chris, I drove through downtown twice yesterday, and both times I did, heading towards Fulton there, I saw a lot of people out on the front and taking pictures because the river's up right now, so you can really see LST. Yeah,
and we're very glad about that because all summer it was at 13 feet, and all you could see was our mast. So, yeah, she's up and right where we want her today. Well, I don't know, getting a little too close to flood for some people, but we like high water. And we're taller than the river. We're 55 feet. So even if we sink, we're still above water.
All right, thanks, Chris, for your time here, reporting from the USS LST 325. One of the viewing spots in downtown Evansville, unfortunately sold out. But as you heard Chris say, you can at least go over in the grass. Joe Bird, Eyewitness News.
Joe Bird there enjoying LST 325. He was here earlier today experiencing what was going on this morning here for the total solar eclipse. So let's take a picture right now, or take a look right now at the picture of the sun as the moon moves in front of it just a few minutes now before totality. And I just looked a moment ago and it looked kind of like a crescent moon upside down, but it's the sun.
Yep. 14 minutes away.
And we're supposed to land, we're supposed to look for this diamond ring.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. Just before totality, you'll have what's called Bailey's beads and a diamond ring. It's the last speck of light before totality begins. And that's an interesting phenomenon.
Yeah. All right, let's go back to Brad in the studio for a few moments.
Alrighty, checking my watch right now, Shelley, Brandon, and Wayne. It's 1:49, so we're about 11 minutes away. And to give you some idea how many people, 31 million people, have the opportunity to see this, Wapakoneta, Ohio, is about 330 miles from Evansville. And it's in today's path of totality. Darkness will start there later this afternoon with nearly 4 minutes of totality. Eyewitness News' Sartaj Singh, joins us live now from the Armstrong Air and Space Museum with more. Sartaj?
Oh, got some up there too. Texas.
Shelley and Brandon, thank you so much for taking the time to join us. We're here in Wapakoneta, and there are over 5,000 people here to take in the solar eclipse. Now, Wapakoneta is in the path of totality, and just at 3:09 p.m., we're going to see that solar eclipse. As you can see here, everyone here cheering. They're getting closer, and they're getting really, really excited for that solar eclipse. Take a look behind me right now. We have a whole bunch of people. This is just a portion of the people. There's so much more around us, and if you believe it or not, but there's more and more people coming into the Armstrong Air and Space Museum. Now, the Armstrong Air and Space Museum, this is the home of Neil Armstrong, Wapakoneta, Ohio. And this is, of course, where he first landed on the moon. Now, once again, there are a lot of people here taking in the eclipse. Some people are already looking up into the sky and seeing that partial eclipse. But like I said, 3:09 is the time of when we will see that full solar eclipse. In Wapakoneta, Sartaj Singh, Eyewitness News.
And indeed, we're just now about 10 minutes away from the total solar eclipse in Evansville. There you see it, the moon is slowly encompassing the sun. And before we break, we want to let you know that that so-called diamond ring effect is just a few moments away. You're watching Eyewitness News coverage of the eclipse of 2024.